overjoyed to be back here with you cityside. Thank you so much. I just want to thank everyone for all the blessings that I received from this community, all your love and support through the last month. I really, really appreciate it. And there is nothing like being wrapped up in love and support when you're going through something. So thank you so much. It's been a blessing. I appreciate you. So let's kick this off with a little spirit song. If you want to stand up and shake your bodies, you're welcome to do so a little bit. And please sing along with me. Here we go. Come on. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Singing and praying with my mind set on spirit. I was singing and praying with my mind set on spirit. Singing and praying with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. I was walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. One more. Woke up, come on. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Take a Seat. Mr. Neil Elger is joining us on guitar. He also has been a part of the Bodie community way back. Yes, I mean, you know, he was part of the Bodie community, and he is now part of the Cityside community, and we are all one in the end. Back in the day. So I'd like you to just take a moment, take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes if that feels good. Ground yourself. I know some of you have already done some beautiful morning meditation. Worthy. Take a nice deep breath on these lyrics. You know exactly what you're thinking. I've had those thoughts a million times. I can see the question that's behind your eyes. Oh, you're searching for your peace of mind. Listen up to this truth. You are me and I am you. Every one of us is worthy. Baby, girl, worthy woman. Every one of us is worthy. In all your life I feel your pain. I know your joys and your shames. Sometimes it feels like life rolls over you, oh, like you're a penny on the ground. But either on the ground or your purse, the smallest piece still holds its worth. Every one of us is worthy. Baby, girl, worthy woman, every one of us is worthy. Baby, girl, worthy woman, every one of us is worthy. Worthy of love, worthy of life, worthy of saying no when something don't feel right. This is a song for all the ups and downs that life will put you through. Oh, listen up to this truth. You are me and I am you. Every one of us is worthy. Oh, baby, girl, worthy woman. Every one of us is worthy. Baby, girl, worthy woman, every one of us is worthy. Baby, girl, worthy woman, every one of us is worthy. Every one of us is worthy. Every one of us is worthy. Every one of us is worthy.
Oh, thank you, Tiffany. So good to have you back. And Neil, that guitar, it goes right to my nervous system. I just feel mellow. I love it. Thank you. Hello and welcome, Cityside. Good to see people in the room, some faces haven't seen in a while. Good to have you here. And hello online. Glad to see you online. We watch the numbers and we know that you are with us. Please, if you are online, consider joining us if you're in the area, because we would love to have this room filled with the vibrations of all this love. It's wonderful. And thank you for being with us today. You can follow along the service on the Sunday bulletin. Now, in the room, you have these by your chairs. The top one will take you directly to the Sunday bulletin. Now, if you're online, you will find that on your screen. So just go right ahead and do that and follow along with the Sunday bulletin. It has all the prayers and all the songs, and it's beautiful. Easy, easy peasy. We invite everyone to spread the word about Cityside. Share the live stream link. Check in on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and tiddly-dee and dumb, whatever is out there. I must admit, I'm not really up on some of that. But, yeah, share the posts. Let people know we're here, and we're here for them. Now, at Cityside, we embrace new thought and wisdom teachings and are affiliated with the Centers of Spiritual Living. We honor all paths and provide a supportive community where you can explore your own spiritual path. Now, John Adams is holding vigil for us today, a meditative state that is holding space for us to have a transformative experience. Our October theme is surrendering to what is, and today Reverend Judy will be speaking on, you want me to what? Obstacles of surrender. And I have had recent experience with that. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I want to make things happen my way right now. And I had a catharsis. You know, we have these breakdowns every so often. And through my tears, I said, okay, I give up, I surrender. It was a very real thing. It was last Saturday. And I can't tell you how many good things, I'd have to really sit and think about the role of good things that have happened this week. Bing, 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 because I gave up, including finding a car, which I've been praying on for 2 years. So, whoo, surrender works. Now, I would like you to say hello to someone, especially if you don't know them, and talk, share. What is your favorite thing about fall? This beautiful time of year, fall. So we'll give you 2 minutes. Go right ahead. Hi. Total. Sorry. Okay, if we'd like to come back together, find your seat. Lots of good talking, lots of smiles. It's funny how smiles cannot be hidden by the mask. I love that. Okay, there we go. Gordon, where's the mission statement? Oh, there. It's not on my script. You got it, half a second. I have the mission statement almost memorized, but not 100%. Don't want to do wrong. All right, let's take a breath together and state our vision and mission statement. We envision an empowered community that is living in a world of unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual relationship, and connect with our authentic self.
Good morning. Oh, I like that. Good morning. Yay. So I'm Gordon Dickinson, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners, and I'm here to share a reading that's related to the message today, and also to facilitate a brief meditation as an opportunity to reflect on that reading that I'm going to give you, and to offer up a blessing for this service. So today's reading is from Reverend Sapphire Rose, and it is about letting go. And this is it. She let go without a thought or a word she let go. She let go of fear. She let go of her judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all of the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her daytimer. She made no public announcement, put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forever. Now I invite you to turn within and enter a time of stillness to reflect on that reading. I invite you to return to our shared space, knowing that Spirit lives in, as, and through all of us. And right here and now, I recognize that we are all one with Spirit, that I call God, that lives within us, and that is our source of wholeness, love, wisdom, clarity, peace, and joy. I know that everyone in this room and everyone participating online is whole, perfect, and complete. We are all one with Spirit. And from this place of oneness, I bless our gathering today. I bless Cityside and the space of love, healing, and wholeness that this community creates. I bless all the hearts and hands that have come together today to make this service happen, including Keith, Dom, Tiffany, Neil, Connie, John. I bless Reverend Judy for sharing her message on surrender today. And I bless everyone participating in this service, knowing that we share the gifts we receive from this community with our broader communities in Chicago and beyond. I bless it all and call it good. So it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you, Gordon. For today's feature, a Beatles classic for you. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, oh, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, oh, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there's still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comforts me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, oh, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Mr. Neil Alger, thank you.
I'm so happy to be speaking here today. You know, I'm regularly at this podium to host or to do reading, meditation, and prayer, but it's taken me a year and a half of pandemic to accept an invitation to speak again. Thank you. Thank you. You know, so we've all gotten through this crazy time the best way that we can, right? And I think one of the ways that I got through it was, you know, by hiding a little, you know, hiding that proverbial light under the bushel basket, so to speak. So it's taken a year and a half for me to get back to this point again, which is not to say that there hasn't been, during this time, a little whisper in my ear, you know, a niggle that was saying, Judy, you could do this, you know, you might want to go back and start speaking again. Does anyone else get those niggles? You know, those knocks on the doors of your consciousness? Yeah, lots of nodding in the room. Well, you know, I was doing a really good job of pretending I wasn't home. But there was someone home, right? I mean, I was walking and talking and moving through time and space, so someone was there, but I'm pretty sure, especially in the beginning months of the pandemic, it was an imposter, you know, a squatter. I don't think it was necessarily me at the seat of my consciousness, and I'm sure that I'm probably not alone in that feeling that, you know, we weren't always ourselves during this pandemic. So I guess it's no surprise then that when I finally raised my hand to talk again, it was on this. So anyone besides me struggle with surrender? Okay, you know, about 6 or 7 of us, depending on the, you know, by the judging of in the room. But of course we know that every hand should be in the room, right? Up in the air, because there's no one that doesn't struggle with surrender. But I get it, you know, not everybody likes to raise their hand when the minister or the teacher or the workshop leader calls for a show of hands. But really, let's get real. Some of you take this as a personal challenge, right? You're the same people that when asked to wear a name tag, put it on your pant leg, or put it on the side of your arm, which is conveniently in a sweater or a jacket. You know, so there's nodding in the room. So you guys know who you are. And actually, we know who you are, too. So this month, we are focusing on the spiritual practice of surrender. It seems like a good place to start is with a definition. I usually like to start there, but I'm not going to give you one. You know, if Michael Singer, who wrote The Untethered Soul and writes whole books and does workshops on surrender and doesn't offer one, I don't think I'm going to try either. You know, and I don't know about you, but I kind of backdoor myself into understanding something. First, by understanding what it is not. So there's this great term in the Hindu religion, it's called neti neti. Not this, not that. As in, not this, probably not that, oh, definitely not that. You know, so when it comes to surrender, you know, I'm pretty sure that surrender's not this. And it's probably not this. And it's definitely not this. But each of those gestures pretty accurately describes how I first approach moments of surrender. Now, I've got this. I'm going to do it. Nope, you cannot have this problem, this thing, this person. And I'm not letting go. Hell no, I'm not letting go. Are you nuts? And I thought of this one after I wrote this talk, so I have to put my mic down to show you. What do you mean I have to surrender? Didn't I do that last week? So we know that this surrender business, you know, is not a one-time deal, right? We are invited to surrender over and over again. So here's a quote I love by a man called Nipun Mehta. I hope I'm saying his name right, who I had to Google because I'd never heard of him. He said this at a graduation speech in 2018. In any moment, we have a choice in how we greet life. Either we meet it with a clenched fist or an open palm of surrender, either as a problem to be solved or a mystery to be lived. Control was and still is very much in fashion. Yet I have learned that it is an open palm that invites us to surrender to a dance with a much larger web of life. What do you think is the quintessential image of surrender? Anyone? Right? The white flag, right? And what does that image imply? Total capitulation. They won, we lost, giving in. It feels like a big deal. You know, and sometimes surrender is like that. Probably all of us in this room have faced moments of surrender like that, when the big thing, the burden, the pain, the fear is just too much to bear, and we have to let it go, kind of like our reading today, and we finally lay it down. But it's really often the much smaller moments of surrender, right, that we are invited to give up, these smaller moments in our lives. You know, can I surrender my idea of how this group work project should go? Can I surrender my need to be right? Something Reverend Darrell spoke about last month. Can I surrender my hurt feelings and be the one to apologize first? So I think it's these smaller moments of surrender that often bedevil us more than the big ones, I think. So my talk today focuses a lot on the obstacles to surrender, and I have a couple of stories that I think illustrate the first obstacle that I want to talk about. Now, this is a familiar story to you. I'm sure that you've heard it before. It's often used in spiritual talks. I know I've used it here in talks before. But this is that story of the guy stranded on his roof in the middle of a big flood, right? So he's up there waiting to be rescued, and a guy, paddles by in a canoe, and, he says, "Hey, come on down. I can get you off the roof. I can save you." And the guy goes, "No, thanks. It's okay. God's going to save me." I say, "Okay, all right." So then the guy, a person in a rowboat comes by, makes the same offer. "Come on, I'll rescue you." He goes, No, I'm good. God's going to rescue me." See, you can see where this is going, right? A little while later, a person in a motorboat comes by, and again, the man refuses this invitation to be rescued. And ultimately, a helicopter comes by, and again, he's waiting for God. No, that's good. God's going to rescue me. Well, so the guy drowns. And he gets to heaven, and he's just a little bit indignant, right? He's like, "God, I thought you were going to try to save me." And God goes, "What do you mean, try to save you? I sent you a canoe, a rowboat, a motorboat, and a helicopter." So I have my own version of this story. One Saturday over the summer, I decided to walk to a bakery near my house, to get a gluten-free dessert that I was serving to guests the next day. So I figured I had enough time to get there and back before a Zoom meeting that I was having later that morning. So Krista and Don, if you're listening, I was Zooming with you, and so this will sound familiar. I told you all about it when I got back. So here I am starting out on my walk, where at some point it dawns on me that this bakery is not where I thought it was. In fact, it's much further than I thought it was. So, at that point, I could turn back and go get my cart, but no, I'm entirely too stubborn for that. So all I assumed is that I just have to walk faster, which, of course, I did. So I get there to the bakery, I dash in, find what I want, dash back out, and I'm starting on my return trip, walking really fast, forgetting that I have a phone, in my backpack that I could use to call my husband, who's here today, to pick me up. That same phone could call an Uber or a Lyft. But neither of these things occur to me. Nor do I realize as I'm walking past the subway station that I could jump on the train that is 2 stops from my house and be back in plenty of time. No, all I think of is that I just have to walk faster, which I did. I got there in time, but it about killed me. So that's the first obstacle, having this tunnel vision, this stubborn idea of how to get something, accomplish something, fix something. Like the man on the roof expecting his salvation to look a certain way, or me race walking down Milwaukee Avenue, trying not to throw my hip out. The answer to your prayer may not look the way you think it's going to look. So we have to surrender our idea of what something is supposed to look like so we can let God do its thing, and let it come to us instead of trying to force it. One of my favorite Anne Lamott quotes is, "God can't clean the house of you with you still in it." So we have to get out of our own way for this surrender thing to work. The second obstacle to surrender is a variation of the first, I suppose. Sometimes, oftentimes, we are just not willing to receive the message or the invitation we are being given. Like the man on the roof being given several different invitations to get his butt down off that roof and into waiting rescue vehicles, or me hoofing it down Milwaukee Avenue, ignoring all the signs along the way that would have made my journey easier. Esther Nicholson has a wonderful metaphor for this particular kind of stubbornness that I have. And I'm sure many of you remember this talk she gave at Bodie several years ago. Her image of this was a series of envelopes of different colors, each of them an invitation. Now, I don't remember the colors exactly, but let's call the first one white. So this invitation comes to you and it says, hey, you know that thing, whatever you're dealing with, it's still here. Maybe you start focusing on it. I could help, just a thought, but you ignore that one. So then you get the light pink one, and it makes the same offer, reminds you, there's this thing that you should be looking at, this problem, this behavior, this pattern perhaps. But no, that one, gets set aside on a pile of papers on your desk and doesn't get responded to. And so by the time of the yellow invitation, the message it's giving is quite urgent. Hey, you need to start looking at this. You need to start paying attention. You can't keep ignoring these or it's not going to be pretty. Unfortunately, many of us wait until we receive the red invitation. That screams at us, do something. You have to act now. So for the Harry Potter nerds out there, this invitation reminds me of a howler that Ron got when he and Harry flew the flying car into the Whomping Willow. So for those of you who you have not read Harry Potter books, any or all of them, multiple times, in my case, I love juvenile fiction. A howler is an envelope that a student at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry receives in the mail, delivered by owl, at breakfast for some reason. And it drops it in front of the student. It opens up, and it starts screaming in a really loud, angry voice, some really displeased, unhappy message, usually from a parent. So this is a perfect image, I think, of how it can feel when we have waited and waited and waited to surrender something. At some point, we may not have any choice. Now, obviously, it would be better for all involved, including those around us as we begin to fall apart, if we did not wait until the red envelope, the 11th hour, to heed the invitation to change, adapt, grow, release, let go. But we sometimes do this the hard way, don't we? Renowned Indian scholar and teacher Eknatheswaran said this, which I think applies to surrender. If we have a particular weakness, life has an uncanny way of trying us at just that spot. This can seem like sheer perversity on a cosmic scale until we catch sight of the tremendous opportunity it provides. Between our inner need for growth and our external circumstances, a kind of dovetailing can often be detected. There almost seems to be a master hand behind it all, thrusting us time and time again into the same frustrating situation until we finally relent. All right, you win. I'll grow if you insist. We are all on this path to grow spiritually, to expand our consciousness. And we are given many signs, invitations, and yes, frustrating circumstances to surrender so that we can. So this invitation to surrender that shows up like that niggling in your ear, that whatever the particular problem or situation you're facing is really saying, grow, stretch, expand. The last obstacle to surrender that I want to highlight, and I'm sure there are more, but these are the three that occurred to me, and this one is particularly relevant for me. Does anyone else have a part of them that wants to know exactly how to do something and or have a high degree of assurance that it's all going to work out before you even try? Yeah, there's some other of us that have this same part. So while we wait for this assurance, this reassurance, this insurance that whatever we're going to do, we're not going to make fools of ourselves, we're not going to fall flat on our face, no one's going to laugh at us. We sit on the sidelines of our lives, not daring to try. So this is a quote I ran across a couple of years ago that expresses what I wish I could do all the time. It is by Meg Wheatley from the UN Commission on the Status of Women. She said, "Beyond hope and fear is a place of yes, from which we step forward and begin the work, learning as we go. Beyond hope and fear is a place of yes." That yes is surrender, folks. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't entirely know what I'm doing, but I'm willing to say yes and begin the journey. As a favorite mentor of mine is fond of saying, the path appears as you walk on it. To close my talk today, I want to introduce you to a wonderful Hebrew word, hineni. Hineni. It is pronounced with long E's. Hineni. And it translates to, "Here I am, God. I am here." Neil, do you want to come up for this? We're going to get a little background for this. So this is the response Abraham gave to God when he was asked to offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice. Now, I imagine that most of us are not going to be asked to literally sacrifice our child or a loved one in this way, but we certainly either have faced or will face situations that are so difficult, so intense and so gut-wrenching that it feels like a sacrifice. So I'm going to guide us through a brief practice, and in a moment, you're going to be invited to close your eyes or have a soft gaze. But before you do it, there's a further invitation. And that's to have your hands in an open palm, either on your lap or by your sides. Now, everything is here by invitation, so do it if it feels comfortable. You don't have to if it does not. But this gesture is important, because as opposed to a closed fist, it invites openness, willingness, acceptance. So go ahead and close your eyes now or have that soft gaze and begin to bring to mind something that you're having trouble surrendering. Maybe it's a health problem, your own or someone else's. See yourself standing before the God, the source of your being as you understand it to be, and silently, simply utter the words, Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. Perhaps what you are struggling to surrender is a big decision about work, career, or making a big move of some kind. again, with open palms, an open heart, surrendering this too to the divine presence. Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. You may be having difficulty letting go of a relationship that no longer serves, or knowing what to do about it. See if, in this place of openness, you can surrender this too to the divine. Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. And if someone you love, a beloved family member or friend, perhaps it is you, maybe a cherished pet, is facing a terminal illness, the end of their life, or perhaps someone you love who has already passed away, offer this too to this loving, divine presence. Arms outstretched, palms up in offering. Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. Take another moment or two to offer and surrender anything else that you have been holding on to, and see if you can let it go, saying lovingly, willingly, Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. So I invite you to stay in this place of openness, this place of willingness, maintaining this gesture of open palm, and just continuing to see yourself in front of the God of your being as you understand it to be, whether it's an energy, a force, a being itself, whatever it is. See yourself there, arms outstretched, palms up, willingly, lovingly letting go of this burden, whatever you're carrying, whatever is paining you, whatever fear you might be holding. Just see yourself letting that go into the arms of this divine presence, the arms of love, the arms of peace, the arms of power, the arms of wisdom, who bring themselves, itself to you in all of its wholeness, to receive what you are bringing, what you are letting go. Just imagine that happening now. Scan your body for any places of tension or constriction, holding. These are the places of not surrender. So just see if you can let those go, those places. Breathe into them, release. And even if you can't let go of it all, can you release some? A little bit to this divine presence. And what a joy and comfort it is to know that the arms of the divine, the arms of peace and love and grace and wisdom, are your arms too, because you are one with the divine. I am one with the divine. So I invite you now, if it feels comfortable, to wrap your own arms around yourself, knowing that you are wrapping yourself in the love of the divine presence, that you are feeling that love and that ability to just let go, to relax into the arms, willing, loving, peaceful arms of the divine. And so as we stay connected to our bodies, just notice in that embrace this flow within you, this ease and grace, this peace, this love, this river of love that the divine is, that you are, that is flowing and flowing and flowing to the ocean of love that is God, that is you. And so I know for each and every one of us that in that river of love, in that ocean of love, we have let go. We have released. We are free from burden. And our hearts are now even more available to receive God. Our minds are even more expanded. Our consciousness has grown even more to grow spiritually. I am so grateful for this knowing. I'm so grateful for this time of connection, this time of surrender. I release this prayer, and we're going to end our prayer differently than we usually do. So please speak aloud and repeat after me. Hineni, Hineni. Here I am, God. I am here. And so it is and ever shall be. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Judy. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Surrender is spiritual practice. That's my mantra for this week. Cityside is a community sport organization. Oh boy, here we go. Surrender. Okay, we're a community-supported organization on all levels. I'm going to just add that. On all levels, we're here to support you. You are here to support us. We are supported. And each week, we do practice conscious giving, which allows us to make this service and other offerings to you available. So we have several ways to give to Cityside, and you can find these. And here we go. I love this. Scanning the bottom one will take you directly to giving, or it's being shown on screen for those that are online. And the easiest way to give is text to give by texting the word give to 312-757-8111. And you can always donate if you're here in person, and then put it in this box over here, our giving box. Okay, so as you're doing this or have done it, please join me in our giving affirmation as we bless these gifts, for we are blessed. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you so very much for your gifts. They are a true blessing. Okay, we have some announcements. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We love new people. And you can subscribe to our newsletter by following the link in the bulletin or by visiting our website. And then I want to give very special thanks to our team today. Reverend Judy, Keith, Dom, Tiffany, Neil, Gordon, John, Jason, Reverend Linda, and Reverend Amy. Join us next week as we continue this October theme, Surrender to What Is, with Reverend Linda Jackson. Yay! And finally, if you would like some prayer following the service, Gordon and John are here for you. Go to the back of the room and get you some prayer. Prayer works, people. It really does. So get yourself some prayer. And if you're joining us online, you can request prayer on our website and under the support tab, and then we will get in contact with you and we will do prayer. So, until next week, City Side, be safe, be kind, and know that you are loved.
Thank you, Connie. All right, City Side. Why don't you stand for me? Since you've been sitting, stretch it. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all by myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. You know this one. This is what I have to say. Come on. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Said I'm only here for God. That's right. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Come on, everyone, sing. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Said I am only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time, everyone, come. I release what? And I let what? Let the... That's right, come on. And my heart is open wide. Why? Yes, you are. Come on. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Happy Sunday, everyone. It feels so good to be back. Have a fabulous week.